Menhao, and welcome to another episode of Ignite Your Power, the Kathy Mou Podcast, where we dive deep in all things personal growth, spirituality, and living your most empowered life. Today's topic is going to be good. We're going to discuss a topic that I think many of us can relate to at some point in our life. Why don't people invest in themselves, but they invest in materialistic things and is okay with that? So before we dive deep, let me introduce myself. I'm Kathy. I'm an empowerment coach, and I teach people how to live the bliss off life. The bliss off life is AKA the BS life, which is living in your most authentic self, meaning living in your life purpose, being the happiest that you can be. It's about personal growth, about finding your spirituality, empowering yourself and loving yourself enough to truly step into your power so you can live the life that you truly desire and that you truly deserve. So now we can dive into the topic. So, right, why do we invest so much in all these things like the newest iPhones, clothes, um, makeup, etc.? All these materialistic things that is not truly necessary. And yes, it gives you instant gratification, but does it really truly make you internally happy? So let's dive deeper into that. And some of you might be nodding your head right now because we've all been there. And I'm not gonna lie, I've been there. Been like that. I was like that in my teenage years and my 20s because I didn't know better. But most of us, we splurge on, right, the new outfit, the latest tech gadget, like I said, or even a car. But when it comes to investing in our personal growth, whether it's taking a course, hiring a coach, or prioritizing self-care, it feels like freeze up. We just freeze up, right? So today, let's unpack why that happens and how we can shift our mindset to prioritize what really truly matters, which is ourselves. And so the first thing that we're all familiar with is instant gratification. We live in a world that's more fast-paced than ever. Social media makes it so easy to see things that we want and immediate click buy now, right? And Amazon literally ships things to your door instantly. And so that instant hit of dopamine when you purchase something new feels good, doesn't it? And yes, I know, right? When you get that new shiny thing or etc., you're just so excited and happy. But is it going to be long term? Here's the thing though, investing in yourself doesn't always give you that instant high. Personal growth, whether it's taking the time to meditate, signing up for a course, or even working on your mental health, requires patience. It's literally like planting a seed. It takes time to see results. And because of that delay, a lot of people don't see the value right away. You're nurturing something, but unlike that new pair of shoes, you can't flaunt your inner growth right after clicking purchase. Yet, those long-term investments in ourselves yield the greatest rewards, whether it's increased confidence, better relationships, or more financial abundance. It's just harder to see those immediate benefits, right? So, instant gratification, a lot of us always choose that. It's easier to obtain. You get it right away. You feel the happiness. So then this is why a lot of people overspend. They're addicted to spending because they're addicted to that dopamine hit, that feeling of excitement and the happiness of, "Ooh, yay, I get this materialistic thing." And a part of it is like, "Oh, I got the newest gadget. I can show this off," or I can, you just feel more superior when you have it. And this is why I noticed that, yes, in my 20s and my teens, I didn't know better, right? Like, I was like, "Ooh, I have this newest bag." Like, back in the day, Coach was like a huge thing. It's like, "Ooh, this is the newest design, the newest color. I have it. I'm so cool." But now I'm in my 30s. I don't care about the newest bag. I don't care about the newest thing, right? I literally care about my personal growth and investing in myself. This is why I always have coaches. I'm always trying to be better. This is why I started a podcast. I wanted to be better at speaking. So here I am showing up. But I had to buy courses to learn how to do these things. it's not automatic to me. I don't have people around me that do, who has a podcast, who is an entrepreneur, who does social media, all these things that I had to learn. But I didn't let that get the best of me. I still showed up because I had a purpose, because I knew that there was something inside of me that I needed to do this, and this was my life purpose. And that ignited me. That was like the true happiness. And I want people to know that. Like, I'm not gonna lie, yes, I like buying new things here and there, but not constantly, not like excessive buying all the time where, you buy something every day and there's something showing up on your doorstep every day. No, I wear clothes from high school still. I don't I have new clothes, but I still wear the clothes that I used to wear. So I don't love buying things because to me, materialistic things don't mean anything to me. Long-term investment in myself, spending quality time with family, things that you cannot buy is what true happiness is. So this is why you need to learn and to really be aware of, ooh, is this just trying to satisfy a craving or a addiction that you have, or is it really true happiness? So this is very important for you guys to notice. All right, so the second, let's talk about that. Fear and self-doubt. Another reason, right, people don't invest in themselves is because they're fearful and they have a lot of self-doubt. And we're just so afraid of failing that we don't even try. And I'm not gonna lie, right? I was like that. And it comes with confidence. A lot of it comes with confidence, and our society doesn't teach us to be confident, or most of us don't. So that's why people think that when you buy materialistic things, there's no risk involved. It's pretty straightforward. You kind of get what you ordered or what you bought, right? You pay to get that tangible something. But when it comes to investing in yourself, whether it's therapy, a business coach, a life coach, or anything else, it's just spending time on personal development. There's always that fear in the back of your mind. What if I don't see results, and what if I fail? And you're like, ooh, why should I spend money on this if there's no guarantee, right? Because it's all about yourself and whether you can do it or not. And that's part of having confidence within yourself. And a lot of us don't have that confidence. And this is why I love empowering people. This is why it's all interconnected, right? So that fear makes it easier to fall back on what feels more certain. And the irony, though, is that not investing in yourself is the real failure. Staying in your comfort zone might feel safe, but it's keeping you from growing into the person you're meant to be. And this is why I always talk about ego. Our ego mind keeps us safe. It keeps us comfortable. It keeps us in our comfort zone. But in order for you to grow into something else, to actually grow into the person that you truly want to become and be, you need to change some things. If you never change anything in your life, you will always see the same results, right? Let's take a very, very simple example. So say you want to lose 5 pounds, just an easy 5 pounds, but you just do the same thing every single day. You're still binge eating, you're still like, snacking all day, you're drinking lots of sugar, you're just not educating yourself. And if you never change that, then how do you think you're going to see results? And the way to actually lose weight, right, is showing up for yourself, being confident that you are able to pick up the habits and change them in order to change your life. So, adding more water, adding movement, eating healthier. Let's see, what else is there? you know, Educating yourself on how to truly lose weight and how your body functions and, why your body works the way it does. Like, actually learn and teach yourself some new things, new skills. And when you learn those skills, guess what? You're going to lose weight because you know what you're doing. You know what you need to do. But if you don't invest the time and invest in yourself, how do you ever think it's going to change? So our ego mind keeps us safe, right? It gives you that narrative of like, oh, you can't do it. You're not strong enough. You're never good enough, right? You hear this little thing in your mind and it's all negative. And that negative is the ego trying to keep you safe and comfortable in your comfort zone. But most of us listen to the ego mind and we're so miserable. We are so miserable. And instead of actually doing that fearful thing that will change your life for the better, even though it's maybe scary, but it's so much more exciting and better to actually try to do it and to gain more confidence and to change into a person that you want to be than being stuck. And that stuck is, I think, one of the worst feelings ever. For me, it is. I can't speak for the rest of you, but honestly, I hate being stuck. I always want change. Maybe that's my personality. I'm a manifesting generator. That's my human design, and I'm always all over the place. I have a million things going on. So I can never just stay stagnant. I always want growth. And I believe that most of us want growth all the time. And we're just fearful of obtaining that. And I'm here to tell you it's doable. All right, so let's tap into the third reason of why I think that people don't invest in themselves, but invest in materialistic things. It's cultural pressures and societal expectations, right? Society really plays a huge role in why people invest in materialistic things over themselves. We live in a culture that glorifies material success. We're taught to equate our worth with what we own, such as cars, houses, your clothes, designer bags, shoes. But when it comes to inner wealth or our well-being, our mental health and spiritual growth, that's not something you can flaunt or like you can flaunt it or, show on Instagram or really actually just like, compare one another. So think about this though. All the rich people that you know or all the successful people that you know, have you ever heard of them not investing in themselves? No, like they all invest in themselves in some type of course or having some type of mentor or, something that they learn and then they actually have confidence in themselves too. And even if our culture teaches us certain things and we have societal expectations, it's it's okay that yes, you were brought up this way, right? But notice you have the choice and you have the power to change your life. And don't let cultural pressures or the societal expectations of others pressure you, right? And I've noticed that our society literally teaches us at a young age to be a certain way and what is important, like celebrities tells you what you need to buy and what you should do. So right now, right, the biggest thing in Hollywood is taking Ozempic. People are taking this drug that makes you not eat, so you lose weight. That is crazy. And then people think that it's so trustworthy because celebrities do it, so they should do it too. First of all, it's expensive, right? It's like $1,000 a shot or something. And then instead of using that money to invest in yourself truly, like through learning a course or getting a personal trainer or eating healthier, taking that money, you're just throwing it at something that celebrities or society says it's popular and it's great, but you're not even doing the research and you're not even learning it for yourself if that's good for you or not. And a lot of us just don't even follow our intuition anymore at that point. It's wild to me. But again, remember, this is what our society teaches us to take away our power so they can control you, so they can make money off of you. And this is why materialistic things are so big in our society because you're watching TV, you're watching celebrities, you're watching commercials, and everything is all about buying the newest thing, right? Instead of investing in yourself. You don't see commercials saying, hey, if you take my course, you will do blah, 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 right? Or something like that. I mean, yes, on Instagram, there's a lot of like advertisements for coaching and stuff, but on big main TV, it's always selling a product of some sort or some pharmaceutical thing. It's just wild to me. Just if you see and watch commercials next time, just notice what type of things or um, the TV or your advertisement is advertising to you. It's pretty crazy. But the truth is, right, the material things are really fleeting. They depreciate, right? They break, they get old. So investing in your personal development, however, is priceless. You can take the knowledge that you have onto the rest of your life, which is the most powerful thing that you can ever do. And so the work you do on yourself creates a foundation for everything else in your life. It really creates your happiness, your success, and your relationships. And that's why it's so important for me because I noticed that. I noticed how when I started investing in myself and I started loving myself truly, my life started changing in exponential rates. I'm actually a totally different person than I would have ever thought to be. And growing up, if you don't know, I'm an ESL kid. English is my second language. This is why I'm on this podcast trying to be better at speaking. I want to motivate people to actually change their narratives and the beliefs that they have as a kid and whatever society has taught us to believe that it's true and it's not, because actually we are true amazing soul beings, like magnificent, amazing beings, and we are able to do anything we set our mind to, right? And again, it's through the conditioning and the societal expectations and the culture that we live in that it takes it all away. It strips it down. As a child, we learn that, we are never good enough. We can't do this. We can't do that. People please. And, you got to sit down, be quiet at school, and you can't do this. You can't do that. You're stupid. You know, it's just all these negative things. And we need to recondition the way we think, our beliefs from our childhood. And when you do, it's so powerful because, yes, it's hard. I'm not going to lie. It's hard to recondition those thoughts, etc. But when you do, it's so powerful. So powerful because you notice, like, whoa, that actually isn't true. I am so much more than what I truly believe. And I notice that people will say, oh, certain things, and I just don't believe it. They're like, wow, I would have never known you're an ESL kid. You speak so well. And I always say, no, 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 like, being modest and never truly receiving these compliments. It's because I never truly feel it or felt it, right? I never believed that. I never believed in myself until I started doing self-development, actually loving myself. And it was through having infertility in 2021 was when I started to truly learn to love myself, to put myself first, to take care of my body, to stop drinking alcohol. Again, alcohol is so bad for you. Yes, I love drinking alcohol back in the day. I'm not gonna lie. Teens, 20s, early 30s, but no, and actually not early 30s anymore. Yeah, in my 20s. And so I think alcohol literally is so bad for your body. It takes away all your energy. It actually dims your energy, like making you less powerful in general. But again, right? Society makes drinking like, oh, it's such a social, amazing thing. Like you need to drink the latest thing, you need to drink that. And it's just getting so crazy that again, how society influences you to believe a certain thing, but really it's really bad for you. And so I'm not trying to tell you to quit alcohol. I mean, I still drink alcohol once in a while, But it's not a good thing to de-stress and to depend on, right? A lot of us become alcoholic or addicted to drinking because you want that feeling. There's a void in you. And if there's a void in you, that means you need something to mask it, right? And that's where personal development comes in. That's where working on yourself comes in because you're trying to mask something, but you truly need to work through it, figure out what it is, and look how you will grow. This is again why investing in yourself is so important. I cannot stress that enough, guys. I cannot stress that enough. And exactly, my podcast is called Ignite Your Power. This is how you're going to ignite your power. Is to invest in yourself, is to love yourself, do self-care things, self-love, upgrade your life by reading books, being more knowledgeable, being open-minded. I cannot be more like specific on that because it's so important. But honestly, I could keep ranting on, but let's keep going. So I want you to really shift your narrative from what can I buy to make myself feel better to how can I invest in myself to become better, right? And shifting that narrative is going to be so powerful for your subconscious mind, for your mind to understand, like, okay, instead of buying something, how can I invest in myself? And let me repeat that again, guys. This is powerful. Write it down, repeat this if you need to, so you can really, truly change that subconscious mind to believe that you can do it, right? And not be addicted to buying things to make you feel better. So write this down. What can I buy to make myself feel better? Instead, to how can I invest in myself to become better? That's powerful. Okay, and last but not least, let's talk about lack of awareness. And I've kind of talked about it previously in the top three, but being aware is so important. A lot of people simply don't know how life-changing self-investment can be. Maybe they've never had access to resources or haven't even been exposed to the idea that personal growth can be just as important, if not more, than material wealth. And that's why it's so important to spread the message that self-care, therapy, coaching, and all the things that help you grow as a person are invaluable investments. So when you invest in yourself, you're telling the universe that you are worthy of receiving abundance, happiness, and love. And that it's showing the universe that you're declaring that you matter. And sometimes people just need that awareness and a little push to make the leap. And here I am today, sharing this topic to give you guys some awareness. And awareness is such a very, very interesting word because at the beginning, I read the book The Secret, and I listened to Jay Shetty talking to Rhonda Bynes about her book of being aware. And I was so intrigued. I was like, well, awareness, what does awareness mean? He's like, Jay Shetty had a post-it note saying that at the time he read The Secret and put post-it notes of I am awareness everywhere. And that changed his life and it helped him remind him of like being aware. And I was like, what does that even mean? But like finally, I keep learning, investing in myself. I'm like, wow, being aware is literally just being curious of your surroundings, your thoughts, just being aware of anything coming from a like, observant mindset versus just being like, oh, this is my belief and this is what it is. But questioning things and questioning and taking time to actually think about certain situations is so powerful. So, for example, right, I had trouble understanding awareness until, I keep learning and listening to all these speakers and etc. And I've noticed that for me, being aware is finally waking up from the belief of what I've ever known, right? So how society teaches you to think a certain way. And whatever I thought was right is actually not right. And I started questioning it. And I'm like, oh. And so let's just say, for example, let me give you an example of awareness. So I was aware. Okay, let's give you this example. So when I was going through infertility, I was not aware of how I truly was not taking care of myself. I kept saying I was taking care of myself, but I really wasn't, right? I was people pleasing. I kept giving my energy and the things to other people instead of myself. And I thought for some reason, I grew up thinking that it was my job to make other people happy. And if they're happy, then I'm truly happy. No, that is completely wrong. That is not wrong. Until I started being aware of how that was draining my energy and how that truly was holding me back from growing to actually loving myself and learning that loving myself is not selfish and it's okay to say no. Man, my life started changing. I was like, whoa, why did I think that this thought and belief was so true and that it had to be that narrative? Like, I thought I had to do that. I thought that was my job. No, that's crazy. That's wild. Why is it my job to make other people happy? In order to be happy, it's it's their own thing. It's their own, literally own thing to make sure that they are happy. And only that person knows what truly can make them happy, not anybody else, but themselves. And that was like one of the biggest aha moments that I've ever had in my life. And it was because I had to be aware. But see, if I never invested in myself, and do you see how everything correlates now back to what I've been talking about? If I never invested in myself, I would have never came to that awareness, that epiphany of like, whoa, this belief is wild, right? And who put that on me? No one did. I put that on me because I thought that was my job. But no one assigned me that. Yes, people would praise me for having, these qualities of supporting other people and doing this and that for others, but they never dictated me to do that. I chose that. Isn't that wild? And I noticed that materialistic things didn't make me happy. I bought the newest thing, but I still kept, not being happy. So, this is why it's so important to invest in yourself, guys. And stop spending your money on stupid shit. Honestly, I'm going to tell you right now. Who gives a shit what if you have the newest crap? What does that have to do? It shows you that what? You have the money to buy it? It might not even show that you are rich. You can pretend to be rich, but then you are putting this all on a credit card. That's wild. Why? Just to upgrade and show your status of something? No, it comes within. It shouldn't matter what you're wearing or what you have. I believe that being truly a good person and loving a person, it comes from the soul. It comes from your true being, caring about others, being compassionate for others, not materialistic things. Give a shit. What is that? You're buying that materialistic thing, making somebody else richer. It's not making you richer, it's making themselves rich, the company richer. Why? Invest in yourself. Invest in your own happiness. Empower yourself. Literally, this is like such a powerful episode. And I've been trying to ask people these questions, but no one can give me a full defined answer. And I was like, okay, I gotta like really tap into this myself and really, really come to terms and thoughts with it. And yeah, this is super powerful. And I hope this has been empowering and aware, um, helping you be aware of how you view things and how materialistic things show up in your life. And do you invest in yourself enough, or are you even investing in yourself at all? It's crazy, right? So let's talk about how you can shift your mindset. I'll give you some tools, okay? So, what can we do to change this mindset and start prioritizing personal investment over materialistic purchases? First is by recognizing the long-term value. So, whenever you're faced with a decision to invest in yourself, whether it's a new book, course, or even just time for yourself, ask yourself, how will this benefit me in the long run? Material things give you a short-term satisfaction, but personal growth gives you long-term fulfillment. And remember, long-term fulfillment is gonna help you be happier long term. It's gonna make you feel fulfilled and it's gonna get you closer to your life purpose or even bring you to your life purpose and happiness and true bliss, right? This is why I teach people this because it's literally living the bliss soft life of being in this most perfect situation, most perfect scenario. And of course, life is always up and downs, but you are so like in love with yourself that even if bad things come along, you're able to overcome them faster. You have a great community of people and loved ones to help you through that hard time, that you feel that positive energy, and it's just so loving, just so full of love. It just literally feels like bliss. And I have this right now. I have this life, and it just feels so good. And I just want everybody to live this life with me. And so this is why I want you to recognize why long-term value is so important. Even though it sucks that you're gonna have to wait for certain things, but being patient, I know I'm so impatient. I am one of the most impatient people, but I've been learning to be patient. And when you are actually patient in the long term, you realize like, whoa, when you actually get that thing, it's so rewarding, it's so satisfactory that it literally like makes you feel so good and you feel that in your body for like the rest of your life and you remember that memory for the rest of your life. It's the most coolest thing ever. So, and think about it. When you invest in yourself and you keep seeing how you keep growing, it just makes you feel more and more better. It makes you feel more confident and you literally keep living the life that you want and that you should be living. You'll be less stressed, you'll be more happy, and people will be less angry in this world, and this world will be so much happier instead of where it is right now. Isn't that wild? Okay, let's talk about number two. I want you to start small, okay? People go extreme. Everybody goes extreme because, again, society teaches us like diets and all this crazy things that are so easy and it's going to fix your problem. No, no. Okay. In order for you to actually change your life, to actually start changing things in your life, you have to start small, right? You don't have to dive in with huge investments right away. It can be something as simple as setting aside 10 minutes a day for meditation, journaling, or reading a book that inspires you. Every small step you take adds up. And again, when you're leveling up, it doesn't mean that you have to buy all these courses and stuff to up level yourself, right? You can buy a simple book. And the thing is, you don't actually even have to spend money to up level and to shift your mindset. Isn't that wild? There's so many free resources out there now. Like you can literally change and learn and upgrade your life for free because this is how society works. People don't invest money in actually investing in your mind and your thoughts and meditation, etc. So all these people put all this information out for free because, right, a lot of people value materialistic things and they'd rather purchase that than actually valuing. So right now you don't have to purchase anything. You can find all these free resources everywhere. And there's all these free courses, free workshops, etc. So don't even make excuses. You can start small. You have to start small, okay? Don't go extreme and just start with something that you feel like you can add into your daily life. And that will be so powerful and just be consistent with that. Okay? Number three, see yourself as worthy. This is so important. But again, this is like a big one because you are worthy of investing in yourself. Your personal development should be a priority because when you thrive, everything else in your life gets better. Your relationships, your career, your health. And again, when you see yourself as worthy, though, it takes a lot of inner work because you have to be confident. You have to truly believe. You have to have that feeling. And I know this because I'm working through it. I am doing the hard work right now. And if you don't believe it in yourself, then you won't be able to actually feel worthy. And the crazy thing is, people know if you feel worthy of yourself. If you're confident and you're loving yourself and you're like, yes, I am worth it. I am this a true, amazing, awesome being. People can feel that energy and so they will treat you differently. But say if you're like, not loving yourself and you're a people pleaser, you let people stomp all over you and take advantage of you. Oh, people will. That's what it is. You're giving off that energy. That's why when people are dating, when you're desperate, people can know that you're desperate and they're like, ooh, I find you unattractive, right? But if you're showing up confident, like, ooh, I am so amazing, anybody's like, so lucky to be able to talk to me or be with me. People can feel that confidence and they're like, ooh, this is awesome. Like, I want to get to know this person. This is what I did when I got my hubby. And I was not trying to find a husband at that time. I was just dating in my 20s. And yeah, 15 years and then later now, we're still together. But I was so confident. I was like, dude, I am so amazing. If anybody, wants to talk to me or date me, they're so lucky. I put that confident, like, energy out, and that's what I attracted. I attracted, like, a person that can take on the confidence and my energy. And so, if you're dating out there, there's an advice for you. Okay, last but not least, how to shift your mindset. Surround yourself with people who invest in themselves. Ooh, yes. Because being a part of a community of people who value personal growth can make a world of a difference. That's why I created the Blissful Beauties Ascend community. It's a space where women can blossom, practice self-care, and support each other in their personal journeys. And remember, you are the people you surround yourself with. And whoever the five most closest people you are with, those represent who you are. And so you always want to be and surround yourself with people that are higher than you so you can strive to be them. And you want to just keep going and going up, 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 right? But say if you're surrounding yourself with, okay, people that love partying and that love, talking crap about people and just this low negative vibration, what do you think? You're going to be like that. It's going to be hard for you to come out because say if you have like say if you say something positive, that person, and then your group is always talking shit about other people, and they're going to be like, whoa, why are you saying about this? And then they're going to put you down for being like, why are you saying such good things? No, they're being blah, 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 blah. They're shitty, they're blah, right? That's how it works. Who you surround yourself with is so important. But say if you're in a community with other people that are so confident, they don't talk shit about other people, they always uplift each other, right? What do you think they're going to talk about? So when you get together, you're like, "Oh, I love that you upgraded yourself. I love that you learned that new skill. I saw that you're happier. I saw that you're doing this and that amazing things." Like you're going to be so much happier, right? So it really is so important. Community is so important. I can't even say it, how important it is. Because for me, example too, though, for me, my community is so important because I just went through a miscarriage, if you have been following me or not, but I just had a miscarriage last month and I thought I was going to be so devastated. I mean, I cried for like 2.5 hours one day, but dude, it only literally took me 2 weeks to fully like feel myself again because I had so much love. I had so much wisdom. I had so much good energy. I had so many people loving me, supporting me that I couldn't even feel down. I couldn't even be in a depressed state, actually. I was sad. I was mourning, but I couldn't be in a depressed state for 2 weeks, and it was crazy. I was just sad and crying and grieving, but I didn't get to the level of being depressed where, I really hated life. I was, saying like, well, F you life. I don't want to, be here and thinking of committing suicide, whatever. Suicidal thoughts, like, it can be extreme, right? When you're in your head. But yeah, isn't that wild? Community really, really is important. And I want to emphasize that because if you don't have a great community, then you won't have that. So at the end of the day, I want to end this with material things will come and go, but the work you do on yourself stays with you forever. So don't be afraid to invest in your well-being, your growth, and your happiness because you are your greatest asset. So I hope this episode inspired you to rethink where you're putting your time, energy, and money. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What's one way you're going to invest in yourself today? Let me know in the comments below or over on Instagram, or join my Blissful Beauties Ascend community and be a part of this amazing community. You're not going to regret it. Right. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Ignite Your Power, the Kathy Mou Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. And if you're ready to take your personal growth to the next level, I love to work with you one-on-one. Whether you're looking for guidance, support, or clarity, I offer personalized coaching and numerology guidance card readings to help you tap into your true power so you can unlock your true potential. You can book a session directly through the link in the show notes below or reach out to me on Instagram. Until next time, remember you are worthy of every investment you make in yourself. Remember to go and ignite your power and live the bliss soft life.